All right, how's it going, everybody? Ecom Tom here with another live for you guys. There's really no topic to this live. We're going to be talking a bit about Facebook Marketplace, but we can just go and riff off of anything. You know, I found it a little challenging to come up with a topic every single time that I am doing a YouTube live, so I just decided to do an open Q&A to make it a lot easier for everybody out there. So hopefully you guys are all having a great Friday night. I know I am. I just got back from the gym. Like I said, be sure to smash that like button. And we're going to get into it. Let's talk about Facebook Marketplace right off the bat. If you haven't gotten into the training and you are interested, we opened it up to 100 people at first, and then we did close it off for like a week or 2 weeks, I believe, and opened it back up to another 100 people. We have a few spots left, so if you are interested, there's a coupon code down below. I even made a cool little banner for it. Oh, there you go. I'm using a new software. I think I've used it a couple times. This is my second time using it. So it's $250 off with the code FB250 if you're interested. There's only a few spots left, and then we may close it back off again, or we're definitely going to raise the price and get rid of the coupon or have a lesser coupon moving forward. So hopefully if you're interested, you do get in on it. And yeah, that's about it. So also if you haven't already, there is a free PDF on 5 reasons why to get started with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping in 2020. That's also down in the description down below. So ask any of your questions, who you are, where you're from. I can't tell. I am using a new software. So your questions will go across this little area right here. You'll become internet famous because everybody will see your face and it will be amazing. So I did just want to go over before we got into anything, just a little bit, just 4 reasons pretty much why to get into Facebook Marketplace dropshipping and why it's so powerful right now, why we've been talking about it so much in the past month, 2 months now. So number one is it's a brand new platform, not brand new. It's been around for like 4 years now, but it's, you know, it's pretty much brand new in the aspect that there hasn't been a shipping option for very long on it yet. So the whole drop shipping aspect on Facebook Marketplace is relatively new. So that means that there's very little to no competition. You know, the people that are inside of the training, maybe a few other people that have started from the YouTube videos I've made, and that's pretty much it. It's really not popular. Like eBay has like 6 million sellers on it. There might be a lot of sellers on Facebook Marketplace with all this selling their trinkets and stuff. Like there's probably, I'd guess like less than 2,000 people doing this right now. And I'd go even far as to say less than 1,000. So there's very little people, very little competition means that you're going to be able to fetch higher prices for everything and have very little issue actually getting those margins. So we're seeing anywhere between, 35 to 50% margin. Some people are going less, some people are going higher. I don't suggest undercutting for as long as you don't have to, then you should not. There was one item I listed on my mom's account like 2 weeks ago, 35% margin on the dot, $60 profit every single time. It sold 25 times in the last 2 weeks. So it's very powerful, tons of traffic. 1 in every 3 people that has a Facebook account in the United States has used Marketplace at some point in time is a statistic I read on the internet. And there's like 220 million people have a Facebook account in the US. So that's a ton of people. There's no need for tax exemption. That's another thing. With the margins being so high, you do not need to get tax exempt. And I know that's one thing right off the bat, where if you are an eBay seller or if you're an Amazon seller, you're pretty much kind of screwed being competitive if you don't have a business and you don't get tax exempt right off the bat. I mean, of course, I always highly suggest that you do get tax exempt. But if the margins are so high right off the bat, you can, get the feel of things, still be making sales and not be losing money. And then, down the line as you're going, get tax exempt, get your business set up, other things like that. And that kind of goes along the lines with number 3 that I have brought up here. There's very little setup involved whatsoever. Most people have a Facebook account. Most people have Marketplace on that Facebook account. And then from there, pretty much, most people already have the shipping option. If not, we do show inside of the training a couple of ways to try to, coerce the shipping option to come onto your account. But I'd say like 95% of people that I've talked to so far have the shipping option. And then lastly, there are no fees. So if you sell an item for $100, you get $100. There's no fees until the end of 2020. And when there is fees in the beginning of 2021, it's only 5%. So you got to think eBay with the PayPal, or if you have managed payments, eBay with managed payments together is like 12 point something, let's say 12 to 13%. And Amazon is 15%. Some categories are 18%. So on Facebook Marketplace, it's only 5%. I'm assuming it will probably go up over time. I'm assuming it's a way to try to get more people onto the platform. So other than that, I do have two other announcements, and then I'll get into answering all the questions. Like I said, just ask your questions. But at the beginning, I usually do some announcements here. I have gotten accepted, and I've said this for a while, onto Walmart Marketplace to start selling on Walmart. One thing about Walmart this year is that they did pass the amount of sales, the amount of items or dollar amount of items sold on their website. They passed eBay, and they only have, so they passed eBay in the amount of sales. So eBay last year, maybe 2 years ago, had like 7% of the US market share in the amount of items or the amount of dollars amount sold on their website. Amazon has 50%. Walmart did pass eBay this year, and eBay has about 6 million sellers on it, and Walmart only at the moment has like 30,000. So you have to realize if you're selling on Walmart, it's hard to get an account, but it's very powerful if you do get the account because you're in a sea of like very little people and you have a lot of money coming in. If you make a full-time income dropshipping on eBay when there's 6 million sellers, imagine how much you can make on Walmart when there's only 30,000 sellers. And lastly, I'm going to be doubling down a lot more on Amazon FBA in the future. If you want to see Amazon FBA related videos, let me know down below or in the comments as we're going, wherever it is. Because I do think that FBA is very powerful. And I do think it's much easier than drop shipping in general. You just need to have more capital up front. So that being said, I am going to move forward and answer some questions. So we got Jameson here. Jameson Social, I believe he's in the training. You're in the training, I believe. So what's good, Tom? And then he said, are you guys relisting your items right after they sell by creating a new listing with the same photos and same text? I'm just curious if the Facebook Marketplace algorithm would recognize this type of thing. I don't care very much for something like that. I'm going to use the same images, same text. I don't see any issue with doing so. Of course, if you do have, and I noticed down below, it says, obviously, I don't have the stock option showing on the listings I'm referring to. Be sure to check on your cell phone. The stock option comes up on your cell phone, not on your actual computer. I've seen very few people that actually have it on their computer. I personally don't have it on my computer on any of the accounts I'm running. So check there. It seems to be always on the cell phone. I don't get it. Like we've been saying for the last 2 months now, it's a very new platform. So there's things that happen that just don't make sense. So I don't see any issue with actually just using the same images and titles and description as your original. It doesn't really make sense for it to matter. And until there's something proving it otherwise, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So that's what I suggest. We got right here, Eddie Stella, I don't know. Hey, Tom, when dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace and using Amazon as a supplier, do you supply the buyer with the Amazon tracking number if Amazon themselves is delivering it? So that's one thing that's not going to work. There's two things. I have a big announcement. I'll answer the Amazon question first. It's like 1 in every 3 items is shipped through Amazon logistics. And there are ways to get around it. And we do teach that inside of the training. But again, like me personally, I've been in the game for over 3 years now. It has fully eclipsed 3 years. I feel like I've been in it forever. It's not worth it, in my opinion. Like there's so many other places to be drop shipping from that, of course, yes, there are great items from Amazon that you can drop ship. But me personally, I would not use Amazon just because the fact that 1 in every 3 items, you're going to most likely have to provide some form of a tracking number that might not be legitimate. That might be some sketchy workaround or semi gray hat tactic workaround that I really just don't think is worthwhile and not very sustainable. If you want to think sustainability here, you want to be thinking suppliers that are going to get the items out very quickly, that are always shipping through something like FedEx or USPS. Most suppliers usually ship through one or the other, like a UPS or a FedEx. It really depends on who they have their agreements with and who they ship through and have a great account with, because you get cheaper rates as you ship more. It really depends, but personally, like for energy's sake, you're going to be spending so much mental energy on dealing with 1 in every 3 items you're having to scheme the system. Personally, I don't think it's worth it. Another thing, if you're drop shipping small items from Walmart, things that might actually be in the store, they have been sending out like DoorDash delivery people, Postmates delivery. What the hell is the other one? Like Uber Eats. I have like so many of those apps. I don't even remember the names of them. They have been sending those people to deliver those items to the customers for you. If it's close by, if it's near one of their stores, and if it's small, and they're not providing tracking numbers. So that's another thing to look out for. Because of that, I personally would be drop shipping if I were you, larger items. I don't personally use Walmart either, but I would be drop shipping larger items because there's no way some dude with like a Toyota Corolla is going to shove a whole dresser in the back of his Postmates vehicle. It's going to be like pots and pans and little small things like that. Another incentive of listing high items that you're going to get high high profit margins every time it sells, or high amount of money. You know, a 10% or a 30% profit on a $30 item isn't as good as a 30% profit on a $200 item, you know? So you're going to have to do less work and make more money that way. So I think that that's, you know, another thing to keep in mind is that it might just be for the holiday season because they're most likely very busy. But if this continues later on, I don't think it's like even just or legal that they're doing this, but who the hell knows? I don't make the rules. So we got another question here from Nick S. Hey, Tom, what's the best way to go about canceling an order on Facebook Marketplace and not put your metrics at risk? Number one way is to, you know, get your customer to actually try to cancel it. But from what I've seen, they can only cancel it within the 30 minutes that it's pending. So after they buy, it's pending for 30 minutes and they can actually cancel in that time frame. If you're really on top of your orders, which I highly doubt anybody's that on top of their orders, you could try to message them and get them to cancel it within like 30 minutes. But another thing after that is just like let them know, send them a message, say, you know, whatever the BS script it is, oh, it's broken, this is the last one or something like that. And at that point in time, if they don't have the option to cancel it on their account, then just go in and cancel it as the buyer asked to. But, you know, if they respond and they're okay with it and you like reason it with them properly, then at that point in time, like you're not going to get somebody that's upset at you. It will most likely still hurt your metrics a bit, but like, and they did start recently implementing some form of metrics, but they haven't said what the punishment is or what the guidelines are, or what the barriers or what, you know, the thresholds are that you need to hit. They haven't really said anything. It's all rolling out. You know, of course, the number one thing I can say about canceling orders is try not to. There's many ways you can get around it. You know, reason with them, say, oh, like the blue color is not in stock, but the green one is, if there's like multiple different colors of it. Go check on other websites, take a loss. Like you're getting such high profit margins on Facebook Marketplace that you can take a $5, $10 loss on an order. It's not the end of the world. Again, I'll take a loss all day, every day, if it means that I don't have to cancel an order. And I do that frequently. You know, it does happen. So you want to make sure that you're doing everything in your power. Talk with them, say, oh, like we don't have this table, but we have this table in stock. And maybe it's like $5 more and it's a slightly different table, but it's better. You know, offer it to them. You can still probably make money off of it. Anything like that to not cancel the order. There's so many things you can do before you actually have to press that cancel button that, you know, you can most likely go find another supplier. It might not be the same price, but again, yeah, there's so many different things that you can do to most likely not have to cancel the order that I suggest you try all of those first. So right here, we got Bosco says, what can I do if I don't have the shipping button option? Do I create a new account? Do not create a new account. That's going to make it even more challenging for you to actually to get the shipping option. It's going to definitely be on older accounts or more experienced accounts or accounts that have at least passed like whatever Facebook's verification is. Just start listing items from around your house. Start listing up other items. You can list items and just do the deal through Facebook Messenger. It's definitely not the best way to go about it. Definitely people trust you a lot less, but you can go about doing it until it pops up. I've seen personally where people that create brand new accounts, it takes them like, and they actually are active on it and they're doing things. It takes them like 3 weeks to get the marketplace option. And from there, it's iffy whether it shows up with shipping or doesn't show up with shipping from there. So, you know, just take that into consideration. I'm sure if you have things around your house, I'm sure you do, just sell those things first. Meet people in public. It's going to clear out your clutter. It's going to clear out the things that you've had sitting around. I'm sure you have a couple $100 to $1,000 worth of things in your house. And people will buy anything on Facebook Marketplace. Like Jason, my business partner, sold a bag of light bulbs to a dude, like, and half empty paint cans. Like people will buy literally anything. And the dude drove like 35 to 40 minutes to get these light bulbs. It was at the beginning of the whole pandemic. So I think he may have been scared of going to the store or something, but even still, like, I have no idea. Christian Salinas is in here. How's it going, dude? He said that he reported the fake account on Instagram. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hey man, how's it going? I have no idea how to pronounce your name, but thank you for showing up. Christian says, I'm not sure most people are using the big three. Are you using them? Curious. I'm sure most people are using the big three, which he means, so curious. I'm sure most people are using the big three, which is Amazon, Walmart, and Home Depot, are using them. No, personally, I'm not. I've gotten over that phase like a year and a half ago. I know why, and I understand why a lot of beginners do like using the Walmarts, the Home Depots, and the Amazons. And I understand that, you know, it's great and easy at first. But one thing I have to say is it's like you get attached to it. You become reliant on it. And it's definitely not the best way to go about it. There's lots of other suppliers out there that are much easier to deal with, that don't cause all of the issues and don't send their items through Postmates without telling you, and don't provide 1 out of every 3 tracking numbers from an Amazon logistics tracking number. There's just so many issues. Yes, it's easy to find items. Yes, there's tons of other people doing it, so you can find, similar items and snipe them or whatever. But, I've been in the game for a while. I've done thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of transactions, and, you get burnt out. I'll tell you that. Also, let me know if my internet is not as good or if it's like kicking in and out. I lost my internet last night. I spent 2 hours trying to get Wi-Fi to work on my computer again this morning. It was terrible. Not a big computer guy, but I figured it out. Turned it off and then turned it back on. If the account is flagged, okay, this is about eBay. If the account is flagged, will promoter listings views be literally 0 or just a bit less than before? It's not going to be 0, and it's not going to be just a bit less before. I'd say it's going to be about 30% to 20, maybe 10%. Now 30% might be a little too high. Like 20 to 10%, 10 to 20% of what they once were. It will never hit 0. It will look like it's scraping 0, because if it happens, like, you'll have such a high discrepancy in your graph. But then once it like evens out, if you keep selling on it for whatever reason, it will, it'll look like it's high again, because there's no higher numbers to make the graph look like a large discrepancy. I'd say it's going to be about like 10, 15, 20% of what it once was. Can I do this in Canada? I'm not sure what this is. I'm assuming Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, but yes, I'm assuming you can. I don't know what people in Canada have, if they have the shipping option, if they don't have the shipping option. I'm not sure. I don't live in Canada. I've only been to Canada once. I had poutine. It was great. But it's like, I'm not sure. You can still do this without the shipping option. Definitely a little bit more challenging. But it is what it is. So where are we? Oh, I got a lot of questions. Hey, Tom. Okay. Hey, Tom, quick question. What are the pros and cons of the shipping option? I think that there's only pros. I'm not sure if there's a singular con of it. The pro is that you can ship an item on Facebook Marketplace and drop ship it easily to your customer and make high profit margins. I'm not sure what the con is. The con is that you'd have to learn a new marketplace that's easier than all the other marketplaces to learn. I'm not sure that there doesn't seem to be very many downsides at the moment. I'd say the biggest downside of Facebook Marketplace dropshipping is that it's so new that you don't know what the future is of it. Facebook's always been known to be heavily censor oriented on their platforms. I've gotten banned on Facebook accounts. I've gotten banned on things. They seem to like to heavily censor things. So if they find out if they're against this or something like that, maybe they could possibly start, cracking down on things like this. But there's nothing in their rules against dropshipping. And again, it's kind of just an unknown at the moment. I have no idea. Nobody does. But there's people making a lot of money doing so while it's going on. So why would you not take advantage of such a situation? Christian says no problems with the stream at all. Everything's streaming fine. All right, I'm seeing a little bit of glitch on my side, but I'm also streaming this through a different program, so that could probably be the issue. Where are we? Salvador says, what's up? How's it going? Appreciate you showing up, everybody. Also, be sure to smash that like button. We got 77, 79. Both streams are saying different things. People on right now. I appreciate it. It's Friday night. I'm sure there's no bars to go to or nothing really open, but you could be out doing something else. So it shows that you're dedicated to this, and I appreciate it. I don't come on lives all the time anymore. I think I got burnt out from trying to come up with topics of them. So that's why I switched to the live dropshipping Q&A method, where I don't really have to come up with a topic and I don't really have to prepare as much, which is, it's great because I just answer questions the whole time. And that's what the whole point of the live is about. And I think I strayed away from it and got upset with myself about it. Right here. So I don't know how to pronounce your name. What software do you use to find hot sellers? So if we're on eBay, I use Zik Analytics. If we're on Amazon, I've been leaning more towards AMZ Scout Pro recently. We're doing like a deal with them in the future with AMZ Scout Pro. I like their software. I like the way it looks. Jungle Scout's pretty decent. There's Ace Inspector Pro, which I think has better functionality than the both, but is very glitchy. And then for Facebook, I mean, there's really nothing. You can just still use like other sniping software to try to find things that are selling well on other platforms. It's pretty much what we're doing. So So Alexis Nicole says, what supplier should we use for Facebook Marketplace? I know Walmart, but what else? So inside of the course, we give like 16 or 17 suppliers. I'm not just going to give out all the good suppliers for free. I think it would undermine the fact that other people have paid $350 for the course. It is $250 off down below in the description right now. But, people are using, I'm not against saying Walmart, Amazon, and Home Depot. I'm just saying that, use them with caution because there are some particular issues. I don't see too many issues with Home Depot, except I think they made their tax exemption process a little bit more challenging. But again, I've never been a big advocate of Home Depot. I know other drop shippers on YouTube are. I'm not a big advocate. I've only ever used them like for a couple orders drop shipping on Amazon, like well over a year ago, and they completely screwed me over. And I literally told them to like, I was like, I'm done with you guys. I'm never using them again. So that was about it. And then Alexis also asks, you can't use Amazon because the tracking might not be UPS, FedEx, or US. There's ways around it. It's also inside of the training. But again, me personally, I wouldn't actually do it. If you list items such as furniture that doesn't have the shipping option, what cities do you list in? That question makes no sense. What cities do you list in that? If you list items such as furniture that doesn't have the shipping option, what cities do you mean? Categories do you list in? You can just pick a random category. I'm not sure what the city has to do with it whatsoever. And then how do you entice the algorithm for views? I actually leave like a little block of cheese outside under a box, and that's how I try to catch the algorithm. No, I mean, you just have to have good pictures, good titles, good description, and then just make sure they're hot items. It's not like you're trying to scheme the algorithm into pushing your item over other items. It's the people are going to dictate what the algorithm is going to show them. And if it's an item that nobody gives two shits about, then it's not going to blow up. If it's an item that a lot of people think is priced fairly and is a popular item, then at that point in time, it's going to, it's going to do well. It's really all about what you're selling, not really how you're selling it. You could have an item that's a good item that has terrible pictures, a very average title and description, and you'd still sell it over an item that's amazing pictures, greatest title known to man, best description, tags galore. And, if it's just a bad item, nobody's going to buy it. How do you get to the delivery option? Again, it just shows up over time. Most likely you'll already have it. Profitable niches to drop ship on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to say the number one is going to be like furniture, home goods, kitchen supplies, tools. I've seen tools doing very well. Anything that's going to be coming up soon, Christmas related stuff, Thanksgiving, you can probably still get out there. People aren't it's still got a couple weeks for that, but definitely anything for Christmas right now, holiday related things that are coming up. They're always going to sell well. I feel like people are going to always think that it's local. So they're going to be like, oh, well, I forgot about this. And then they go on Facebook Marketplace and then you just drop ship it to them in like 2 days and you get it to them. But definitely like home goods, for things that are evergreen year-round type items, just any type of furniture. To me, it just looks like there's a lot of moms on there, not just single out a specific category of person. There's like a lot of moms on Facebook Marketplace. And that's just really what's selling very well. My mom loves Facebook Marketplace. So and just try to think of who your target market is. There's definitely dads on there too, but I've seen a larger majority of moms, just that. I mean, that's just what it is. That's who also I've sold a lot of items to, like personal items, meeting up in person, stuff like that. That's who majority of who I've sold to. What's the best niche for? That's the same question 2 in a row. Also, what's your pricing strategy? Really don't have a pricing strategy. Anything between just 35, 50% margin. That's pretty much what I'm going for. If it's more expensive, I'm going to go for a little bit less margin, just because if it's like a $250 item and you're trying to get $500 for it, it might not seem very reasonable to the person trying to buy it. So that's what I suggest. So one question here is, can you use your EIN number for Facebook? So everything I've seen on your personal Facebook Marketplace dropshipping account, no, I do not believe so. I asked people inside of the group, because when I did it with all the different accounts I was doing on, I used that person's specific social security, and I never used the EIN number. It doesn't seem like you can. But one thing that most people haven't put together yet, and what I'm really hoping comes out like to the general public very soon, is that Facebook's already made something called Facebook Shops, where you can list items, connect it to your Shopify store, do whatever you want. And at that point in time, Facebook Shops, if you've been on Facebook and they ask you to join the program, can get pushed onto Marketplace. That's how you see business pages and stuff on Facebook actually selling on Facebook Marketplace. At that point in time, I've made a Facebook shop. You can connect your EIN number to it, and it's much more like selling on eBay or Amazon, much more legitimate. You can pick your handling times, you can pick your return policies, you can pick your shipping options, how many days it takes, where it's shipping from, things like that. Like what you would expect from an e-commerce platform. That's all in the Facebook shop. So the second that for the public, Facebook shops can connect into Marketplace, that's going to be probably like Christmas. It's going to be better than Christmas. I'll tell you that. Is inventory source good for dropshipping? It's definitely a great program. It really depends on where you're trying to dropship, what suppliers you're using. It definitely gets a bit expensive if you're on a budget. But again, I do think it's a very powerful and great program. It just depends on how you use it. Any news on software linking to Facebook Marketplace? So Spot and Paste already does. I got Jenny on board with that. She's already done that. SKUGrid's definitely going out of their way to make something. And there was some dude that reached out to me. I forget what the hell the name of it was. I'll have to find it. It's like a listing software. It's like a very rudimentary Chrome extension, and it only works for specific suppliers, but it like copies all their information and pastes it into Facebook Marketplace. I believe SKUGrid's going to make a version of it though. So that's kind of what I suggest using. I need to catch up with my questions here. We got 87 people watching right now. We need to smash that like button. Let's get it up to at least 50 right now. I'm sweating over here. I don't even have my phone with me. I can't turn my AC on. Booyah. Jameson Griffith is here. He shows up to every single live I've ever done in the last year, I believe. The most consistent man on earth. Thank you very much. He says smash that like button too. TL says, how to start FBM Marketplace if my country is not allowed in it, and how to create a stealth account. I have no clue, dude. You can buy Facebook accounts, but you need to connect to Social Security to it if you're selling. So I have no clue how to get around that. Again, I'm not a stealth master. I've never really had to ever go stealth. So I'm not really sure. And if your country doesn't allow it, I'm not sure what country you're in. I tried Facebook and it seemed like I keep forgetting to turn these on. I tried Facebook and it seemed like the only way to buy and sell was through messaging. Which will it switch to kind of automatic payment like eBay? It has automatic payments and it has messaging. So if somebody has a question about it, they'll message you, but they can also buy it right away if you have the shipping option. It's that simple. It's a pretty great platform right now for beginners, I would say. And I'd honestly say it's probably better than eBay right now for starting for beginners. But I will say that Facebook Marketplace doesn't give you the intricacies of running like a real drop shipping store that like eBay would, that would then prepare you for something bigger than eBay, like Amazon, where if you went from Facebook Marketplace like straight into Amazon drop shipping, I feel like you'd be missing so many things, like how to actually set up all your policies and how to make sure all this software is set up correctly. It's very rudimentary, and that's why it's so powerful right now, because there's really no software, not a lot of competition. You're getting high profit margins, which is great. But I do not feel that it would prepare you. Say you're selling on Facebook Marketplace for a couple of months. You're like, oh, I'm going on to Amazon dropshipping now. I think that you'd probably get eaten alive. And you'd most likely need to then also go to eBay dropshipping, which is probably going to upset you because you're not going to get as great a profit margins, but the sales do come in a lot faster on a platform like Amazon. And if you're selling things properly, they'll still probably come in just as fast on eBay, just because you can list faster and do things more automatically. Right here, we got Empowerment Mama. Thank you for giving me the testimonial right here. I joined your course yesterday and I'm already getting results from putting the trainings into practice. Yay. Awesome. I appreciate it. We've seen so many people right now or recently that are starting off and getting, extreme results right off the bat. So I appreciate you coming by and saying that. I'm glad that you're getting results, because we've had one student, she was a little hesitant to list items. Her name's Sam. She might be on here. And pretty much she was hesitant, and I was like, what's the worst that could happen? And then she listed items that night. She listed 4 items that night, and they all sold. And then I posted her testimonial on Instagram, and she messaged me after, and she said, oh yeah, I woke up and 3 more sold. So she made like $285 the first night. I don't know what she made after that on another 3 items, but things like that happen on Facebook Marketplace. We got Ecom Tomcat in the house. Ecom Tomcat says, smash that like button. I love this, bringing up people's information stuff right here. I love it. It's great. Will other people from different states see the listings? Will other people from different states see the listings if I add a specific location? Yes, they will, because you have the shipping option. If you have the shipping option, if you don't, then they won't see it. it'll just be your local area. But there's still like, I've listed things in my local area before they get thousands of views as well. Like Facebook Marketplace is huge. It's absolutely massive. I'm in Trinidad and Tobago. Are you in both at the same time? Or is Trinidad and Tobago two different islands? I have no idea. I know Mark's from there. And Facebook says the shipping option isn't available in my country. Is there a way where I can get it? I'm not sure. I'm really unsure about that. You can still make sales through the messenger. I know that we have a student that's at least in our eBay course. I'm not sure if he's in the Facebook Marketplace course, but he's from Australia and they don't have the shipping option either. And he said he made like $1,000+ profit in his first couple of weeks just listing items up. And when they message him, he then just like requests their PayPal or whatever their email is or something like that. And then he goes from there. You have taught a lot. I'm not interested in Facebook. Bye. All right. Thank you, Richard J. That was a very productive comment to the conversation. Really worth everybody's time here, buddy. Are you still using CW as a supplier? Yes, occasionally. They definitely have stock issues, and they're iffy for some things, but I definitely still use them. I tried to list some of them up on Facebook Marketplace, but I was just afraid with their stock problem, with how they have like such little stock on items that it would sell and then I'd sell out. It would be sold out or whatever. So I took them down on Facebook. Steven hangs in here. He's a longtime student, probably one of the first batch of students from like the first course we ever dropped. Thank you very much for showing up. How's it going, dude? What information is needed to keep record for tax purposes? So Empowerment Mama, I am not a CPA or anything to do with taxes or bookkeeping. I'm not experienced with bookkeeping, so I was concerned about keeping track of everything when I file taxes. Do not attempt to file these taxes on your own. I'll tell you that right now. Inside of the course, you said you just entered the course. Inside of the course towards the end, like the last couple modules about tax exemption, we do have a list to sign up if you want to use our CPAs. It's just like they're helping you guys out. I mean, they do cost money. It's a CPA. But again, do not try to be doing these taxes on your own. It's definitely not the best idea, I would say. But it's really just what I always suggest. And again, I'm not a professional in this at all. So just take this as a grain of salt. This is what I do is what I've been doing for like this whole entire year, more or less, is, I did it in the past, but there's always a lot of overlap and things messing up. You learn from your mistakes. Is just use one credit card and one bank account for like one platform. So you got your eBay dropshipping is going to be this bank account, and then this credit card is what I'm going to use at all the suppliers. And then you have this is my Amazon dropshipping. It's going to this one bank account, and then this, one credit card for all suppliers. That may mean getting more credit cards. Again, here's one stack, and I got a lot more. Oh, wait. I have no issues with credit cards, but other people may. You can get debit cards, business debit cards, things like that. It just keeps things separated. So for Facebook, what I've been doing is every single account, or every account's pretty much connected to the same bank account, and then the same credit card for all of the different suppliers and items that I'm paying for. And then at that point, you just pass it off to a CPA. I've also hired more recently, maybe in like the last 6-7 months, like a Filipino bookkeeper. So he's cheaper and he gets all like the bookkeeping aspects done, like the easier aspects, and then it gets passed off to my CPA. So it's just much less work for her, because I was ending up paying a lot of money for her to do bookkeeping tasks when she's a tax accountant, not a bookkeeper. Not that she can't do bookkeeping, it's just that you're paying her way too much to do such a thing. Have you heard of any ban happening when too much item being listed in a day where Facebook Marketplace reads it like it's so basically, if you list too much in one day, is it suspicious activity and your account might get banned? I haven't heard of people getting banned because of it. I've heard of people listing too much too frequently and them losing their shipping option for a slight amount of time. Anybody that I've ever heard losing their shipping option has gotten it back. So again, just like don't list. They don't have automatic listers on Facebook Marketplace yet. So if you're just over there pumping out listing after listing after listing, it does seem a little sketchy. And I do talk about that inside of the training. So you really want to be sure that you're avoiding such issues like that. Does anybody know what the Walmart minimum or maximum? Does anybody know what the Walmart minimum or maximum size that they use DoorDash for? Honestly, I have no clue. Again, it's really a sketchy situation. Honestly, like it makes no sense. Oh, we have a ton of comments here. So yeah, I'm sure it's just smaller items. Like and they have not free shipping for anything under $35, like it might just be things under $35, but I have no clue. I haven't used it in like a year and a half. What niches are working best for you? I already answered that. The home niche, the industrial niche, as per always, things like that. That's what I've always doubled down on, and that's what I'm always doing well with. I'm worried if I do a high price item, it will come damaged to them. For example, a dresser or lamps. First off, don't sell anything glass. You can sell a lamp, but like you got to think about, is this item going to screw me over? Like, sure, I can make great profit, but is this item going to screw me over? Number one thing, if you look at their star rating or their review rating on, say, you're dropshipping from Walmart, say it has like 1,000 reviews and it has like a 3-star rating. Don't sell that item. Like, only sell items over 4-star ratings, because then, you know, if it sucks, if people are complaining on Walmart about it sucking, guess what? It's going to suck when you drop ship from Walmart and send it to somebody on Facebook. And then after that, look at the item. Is it a higher risk item? Is it made solely out of glass? Is it like, I don't sell glass things. I don't sell plates that are made out of like ceramic plates or anything like that. I've done it all in the past, and trust me, I've made all the mistakes for you guys. Just don't sell those things. But if it comes damaged, ask them for pictures, send them to your supplier. And then at that point in time, they either set up a free return or, you know, send a replacement. That's pretty much it. Also, I've done a lot in the past where if it shows up damaged and it's really not that big, give them like a couple, you know, $5, $10, $15 or whatever. Ask your supplier. The supplier will give partial refunds, things like that. There's very little at risk with drop shipping. The main thing is keeping track of everything, making sure your items get delivered. Like if you're shipping out thousands or hundreds, if not thousands of items every month, the likelihood that there's going to be a ton of lost items or items that just don't get delivered, or they just start the process and just disappear and vanish magically. That does happen. That happens a lot more frequently than, you know, things showing up damaged. And then also, if it shows up damaged once, you know, all right, let it slide. If it shows up damaged twice, okay, there's a little bit of an issue. If it shows up damaged 3 times and be like, all right, this item's bunk, like I'm not selling it. Don't sell terrible items just because they're doing well. Like my best item ever sucked. And it was very hard for me to try to cut my ties with it because it was such a great seller. I sold it on Amazon like 308 times in 1 month, but it sucked. It was damaged like 1 out of every like 4 or 5 times. I eventually had to cut ties with it. Hey, Tom, what if I'm going to UK to study next month? Will it affect my Facebook Marketplace location if I start now? I have no clue, dude. I haven't gone to the UK to study yet. No, I do know somebody that's from the UK that's in Mexico right now, and he's still selling in the UK. I don't know, maybe he's a VPN. I'm not sure. These are very one-off things that I don't have an answer for every single thing like that. Do you know if canceling an order on the buyer's behalf due to their request is affecting our metrics? Unfortunately, I had to, but they did state so. They agreed to in Messenger. I haven't canceled an item like at all yet on Facebook Marketplace. Again, I'm selling from suppliers that are most likely always in stock, and I'm selling from suppliers that, you know, I'm taking losses when I have to. So I haven't really done anything with the cancellations yet. Even on eBay and Amazon in the past like month, I think I've canceled 1 item. So I barely ever cancel. I mean, you said that you just did it, so check your metrics. If you have the metrics on your app, they did just show up there. So I highly suggest just checking there. Hey, Tom. How will you know if Facebook shadow bans your account? I mean, I've seen people talk about how their views go down sometimes and they go back up. Again, I think it's just really all about the items you're selling. And I think it's just very random if the item pops off or not. I've had a listing get a 1,200 views in the first hour. I've had a listing not get more than 100 views in 7 days. So, and like the one that got barely any views in 7 days was actually a popular item on eBay. I have no idea. Again, just take it down, relist it, try it again. If not, just move on to the next one. There's thousands of items to sell. And I think that's the majority of the issue when people say it's shadow ban or whatever. We got Peter here says, hell yeah, Tom, keep up the good work, Mr. Potato Head on Instagram. All right. What do you do about the items that don't ship to California? Don't sell those items that don't ship to California. You can add them to your cart first and make sure if they're allowed to go to California or not. California, honestly, probably my least favorite state. They have way too many rules. Proposition 65 is stupid, but that's exactly what it is. Proposition 65 is something that's about cancer-causing agents that can't be shipped into California, but they can be shipped in every other state. Maybe everybody else is getting cancer. I have no idea. But just add it to your cart, put in a California zip code, and see if it actually is allowed to ship there before you go and list it. And that will most likely get rid of all of your issues with shipping items to California. If not, then I wouldn't take the risk. I know some people do. You're just gonna have to cancel it. And California is a massive state. There's lots of people buying from there. So you're probably gonna have to cancel items if you do list them. I've sold seized engines found in the woods on Marketplace. That's wild. Like I said, you can sell anything on Facebook Marketplace. It's pretty intense. Hey, Tom, do you know if I can add the same banking information from one account on Facebook Marketplace? Yeah, you should definitely be able to do that. I've done it. It should be fine. Which e-commerce platforms do you like best? Facebook Marketplace, Wix, Shopify. I don't even think Wix is an e-commerce platform. What e-commerce platform links best? Oh, what e-commerce platform links best to Facebook? Nothing actually links to Facebook Marketplace at the moment. I would say that once they start linking to the shops, which then go to Facebook Marketplace, I would use Shopify. So that was from when I asked if the stream was good. I created a new US account by using a VPN. I listed the first item and it was under review. After some time they requested my ID and then they banned me. I guess that makes sense. I would just try it in your own country first. Damn, I wish you kept this a secret. Sorry, Aaron. Can you pay people on Facebook Marketplace? Yes, you can pay people if you wanna buy things. Ecom Tomcat says, let's smash that like button. Thank you very much. I'm selling stuff, but can't sell on most items because I'm not allowed the shipping option. Just pick a different category and it will still go through. You'll be fine. I can't ship on most items. You know how long it takes. You're not going to get a shipping category shipping on every item in every category yet. Nobody has it. Like furniture for the most part doesn't have it, at least on my accounts. It doesn't matter. It's listed into a random category and sometimes it auto corrects it and keeps the shipping option. Sometimes it keeps it there and keeps the shipping option. Any Facebook Marketplace fees less based on volume. I don't know what that means. There's no Facebook Marketplace fees at the moment. It will be in 2021, January 1st, 2021. It will be 5%. Do we have to live in the US to sell on US Facebook Marketplace? I have a sole proprietorship registered with the IRS and have an EIN for my US business. Can I sell in US Facebook Marketplace? You probably can. Again, like these are very one-off shoot questions that like I have no clue about. I've never had to deal with any of these. I don't see what's wrong in trying though. You can always try, and I think that that's what's best. You can use Facebook Marketplace insights on mobile to see popular categories and most searched items. That is very true. How do you use SKU grid / SKU fetch for Facebook Marketplace? I'm going to keep that proprietary. There's no SKU fetch that is allowed yet on Facebook Marketplace. Again, I'm trying to get Anton to actually go out. Anton's the owner of SKU Grid, to go out and create software for Facebook Marketplace. I think he's intrigued in it. So I piqued his interest. And pretty much for SKU Grid, there's ways to go about it. It's not the best. It's not the most efficient, but it will help. I'm from Canada and I've been selling liquidation products for a year. I have the shipping option for all categories and now signed up with companies that will drop ship. This will work in Canada. Thank you very much. A Canadian helping out a fellow Canadian over there because I don't have the answers besides poutine. What about Lowe's? Pros and cons. Lowe's, when I used them, they sucked with getting items out in time. They were like very rare. They would say, oh, we're open to shipping, and they don't have shipping, and they try to ship it from a store. I'm not the Lowe's expert. There's other people on YouTube that may be the Lowe's expert that stopped making YouTube videos, but there was coupons. I think they got rid of the coupons, cashback, gift cards if you want to use that and go that route. I don't advise it. There is cashback portals, I believe, still. And I think it's just, I don't know. They're good items like tools and stuff like that. I don't see why, if you're interested, I don't see why you wouldn't. What's a safe number of listings per day? Have you tried to list 100 plus items daily? I would not do that. I don't see why you would need to list 100 items per day. Honestly, like you have to realize, and I know that you've sold before, man. And you've been on eBay and Amazon, and I don't know what you've been up to recently, but like you need to realize when you're selling that and when you're listing that much, like you're mostly going to start selling so much. And if you don't have a process in place, you're going to run yourself dry. You're going to get behind, you're going to lag behind, you're going to screw up, and you're going to get your accounts banned. It happens on eBay, it happens on Amazon. When you list too much, when you get too overzealous, when you don't have great systems in place, and you list 100 items plus daily on Facebook, like it's not gonna end well. I can tell you that right now. Just list like 10, 15 items at most, 20. Like there's really no need to do 100 items. Is it possible to renew multiple listings at once? I've seen the option pop up before on my accounts. I've seen it not show up. Again, there's so many new things and it's just all over the place that I can't know everything with this because it's different for everybody. It's different for every account. And that's it. How many states should you be tax exempt in? As many as you possibly can. Ideally, all the lower 48. Geez. In your experience so far, has the location of where you list the item had an effect? No, not really. I haven't played around with it as much. Eric, who's also in the Facebook Marketplace training for people that don't know who Eric is, he was on the last live I did. He's definitely tested it a lot more than I have. He hasn't really seen very much of of a positive or a negative. But again, I live in a decently large area. So I think that I've just decided to stick to like the area, like the Boston area is pretty well populated. So I've never really had an issue. If your locale did matter and they showed it more to people around you, and then, like other people, I live in a very populated area. Like if you live in like Sheridan, Wyoming or something like that, maybe you'd want to think about moving to like a big city. Virtually done. Stay like Wyoming's great, stay there, but virtually you can move to a different city. Just wanted to shout out the course. Thank you, Jameson, Tom, Jason, Eric. Thank you guys. I really didn't need to buy the course, but wanted to support your cause and knew I'd get a great experience and nuggets. And I get some great experience nuggets from y'all. I appreciate it. Even if you don't need to, Jameson's still doing it. I thank you very much, man. You've been following me for a while now, and I appreciate it. Show up to the majority of the lives and everything, and a true fan for a long time. I'll tell you that. Thank you. Do tags matter? I notice most Facebook dropshippers don't use them. Not really. I haven't seen any real need for tags, but you can if you want. Hey, Tom, if you don't have the shipping option, is there a way to list your item across the country without it? No, you'd have to move your location at that point in time. But then I think when you move your location, then they would all move to that location. Again, I've always had the shipping option, so I'm not as experienced in the not shipping option tactics because I've always had the shipping option since when I've started this. So we got like 13 minutes left. Smash that like button. Let's get one last round of likes in here. Let's get this up to 75 likes. We got over 100 people on, which I was not expecting, and we've only had over 100 like 3 or 4 times. So I appreciate everybody coming out. Like it is a Friday. Like I've said, it's late. Not sure if there's too many parties going on, but I know I was partying last weekend. It's my birthday last weekend. It's my birthday. I'm 27 now. I'm not sure if there's any real upside after this. After this age of just aging continually. But I'm gonna roll with it and go with the flow and make the best of it. Do you boost your listings? I personally do not. I know Eric has also experimented with it. He didn't see too much success. It's definitely something where if it's like a popular item, maybe experiment with it, especially if like it's a higher profit margin one, like a more expensive popular item that gets like, $50, $60, $70 a pop when you're selling it. Then at that point in time, if you're only giving up like $5 to boost it, then why not try it? That's probably the only time that I would suggest doing it. But again, I've been seeing great results without having to do so it doesn't truly matter. Where are we? If you're new to this game, get the course. Thank you very much. Again, one last thing about the course. It is down below, $250 off. The coupon's not going to last for very long. We may have already hit 200 people in the course or the second group of 100 people in the course. I'm not sure. I haven't kept an active count of it. I've keeping pretty close count. I think we are definitely very close. But again, it will go away after this weekend. And this is like the last live event that I'm doing actually talking about it. There's really going to be no more advertising of it afterwards. Have you added new suppliers to the member website? I'm not sure what you're in reference to or what course you're in reference to here, Matt Parker. I added new suppliers to the eBay website or to the eBay course. Like, I think it was June. I added a new suppliers list. I'm pretty much chock full out of like retail dropshipping suppliers. But there's so many in there that like, and then for the Facebook course, it's pretty much all similar ones. And I just lost my place right now. Sorry, I thought that was eBay. That's what you said. Oh, you said it right after. Yeah, so there was new suppliers out of the eBay course, I believe in like June. I'm not sure if that's what you're in referencing to. Have you seen anybody that gets faster times? Have you seen anybody that gets that's getting faster times for payment from Facebook. No, so it's every 5 days. 5 days after it's delivered, then they send the money. If you've ever had to add money to an account, transfer money from PayPal into another account, put money in your Robinhood stock trading account, you may realize that the ACH, or the automatic clearinghouse in America, sucks. It's terrible. So if it takes 5 days after it's delivered for them to then start the process, it's going to take like 1 to I'd say 2 to 4 or 5 business days, after that. So it will take a bit. It's not as slow as Amazon. It's not as fast as eBay. That's what I have to say. Take action, Q4 on it. That's very true. One thing about Q4, like I'm saying, is I did say before, don't start something new in Q4, and stick with what you got that's working. But Facebook Marketplace is so it's so simple and so easy to get started that I take my words back on that. You can get started with Facebook Marketplace. If you're very overwhelmed, then of course don't do it. But it's definitely, it's so simple. There's really no startup process. How do customers pay on Facebook? With their credit cards, with the little button that says buy now. Hi Tom, are you still doing videos on eBay dropshipping? Yeah, I mean, you gotta cut me some slack here. I've done 200 videos on eBay dropshipping. Sometimes I like to have a creative break and go into something else. You can only dropship on eBay and talk about it so many times over 3 years before you say, hey, maybe something else would be fun, more fun, or just as fun to talk about. I do want to talk more about Walmart. I do want to talk more about Amazon FBA, and kind of go more down that route. It's I haven't stopped dropshipping on eBay. It's just that it's so automated and so outsourced and everything like that, that it just rolls in the background, and I almost never look at it. I think this week I looked at my eBay account once, and it just works that way. I will still make videos on eBay dropshipping. It's just for a bit. I need a creative break in the eBay dropshipping sphere. How come Facebook Marketplace won't give me the availability to ship items? Because you most likely haven't sold on Facebook Marketplace for long enough, or anything like that. And I've answered this question 6 times during the live. Do you teach about Facebook shops inside your Facebook Marketplace course? I do plan on updating it when the whole Facebook shops integrated into Facebook Marketplace and everything like that does become a streamlined process. Because right now you have to apply and maybe they'll accept you. Once it does become a streamlined process, yes, that will be added in. But right now it's not a thing. So I haven't added it in. What do you do to increase visibility of the products to more people? Besides, once you post a list, it will be buried under thousands of other listings shortly. That does not happen. That definitely does not happen. I've had items that get thousands of views every single day, and it's really all about having a good listing, a good item. When that item's good, then it's going to be at the top of the listings for a while. It's going to keep going. There's really no special tricks here. Everything I've said on this live is literally everything I do. I don't do boosting posts. I don't do anything special other than list items and then just make sure they're good items. And then if they're not good items, then take them down and then list good items and hope that they're good. I'll give you a shout out, but I do not know how to pronounce your name, dude. It's to me, that I couldn't even try to wrap my mouth or my tongue around trying to pronounce that, dude. I have no idea. But I'll give you a shout out. Your name is Alex. That's what your name is. Can I make a second Facebook account with the same social security number? So Facebook's definitely a lot more strict on creating a second account nowadays. I've had many Facebook accounts in the past, but they do say in their terms that you cannot have a second one right now. I don't know when that was updated or how recent that is, because I've had a lot of accounts. I've been banned on many Facebook accounts. I can't even use my own personal Facebook account for Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. It's just the way that she goes. But, there's always ways around it. I would try to use a family member's account other than using your own account or trying to create a secondary account. For me, I think that would be a much better way to go about it. Do I need to download Facebook Messenger on my phone, or does Facebook Marketplace message within the Facebook Messenger page? Are you one of those top security secret people that doesn't have a messenger on their phone or something? Ecom Tomcat. I mean, if you want to do it from your phone, you can do it from your phone. If you want to just do it from Facebook, you can do it from your Facebook. But if you're going to start asking me if like, I have no idea. You don't need the Messenger app. I don't know. I've always had it on my phone. I've always kept it. They're probably stealing all my data or whatever. I'm fine with it. Lazy Abrams says, yo, how's it going, dude? Lazy Abrams on almost every single live too. I appreciate it. Do you recommend adding badges such as free shipping to your Facebook marketplace listings? Do you think it increases conversions? I mean, I haven't really experimented with it too much yet. Again, it's such a new platform. I don't really see the need or the reason to do so. But if you want to, again, just experiment with it. Again, guys, this is guys and girls. This is your account. This is your experiment. I want you to go out of your way to try things on your own without me telling you exactly what to do. I think that that's the best way to look at trying to drop ship or trying to run and do your own thing online with your own business. It's all about, you never hear from the best students or the ones that are absolutely killing it, because they're the ones that are out there like trying, experimenting new things. I talked with my CPA earlier in the week, and we've recommended them some people or sent some people their way, and she told me that there are some people making multiple like 6 figures in profit, and like I don't know who they are because they never tell me who they are. They're the ones that are out there probably doing things better than I am, and they're reaping the rewards of it. What would you recommend if a customer sends a message asking if an item is still available, but that item sells to another customer before you can respond? Should I just relist it and send them the link? I mean, yeah, just ask them, just relist it when you can, once it gets out of pending, and then just send them the link. That's what I've done. There was one time where I had an item that sold out, and I don't know why it sold out because the stock was like 2, but they only bought 1. And it was a very interesting situation, but I was like, it got sold out. I'm going to relist and send you the link. And I sent them the link and they bought it. I've sent them the link many a times. And I do have another trick up my sleeve coming out soon that will be added into the Facebook marketplace in like the first real update of new videos. And I think that will improve things pretty well. Andrew Croft, how's it going, dude? We were talking earlier on Facebook. I'm definitely going to go down to Mexico. America right now, it's just not my cup of tea. Way too many rules going on, and I need a vacation. I usually go on a vacation like every 3 to 4 months and try to like decompress from working like nonstop. And I've been cooped up since like February, and I'm not okay with it. So I need to go down somewhere, and Mexico is where Andrew is, and that's where I think I'm going to go. Says everybody buy the course. I'm not going to swear. It's epic. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. And we'll talk more about that. How do I do my shopping rate? I'm not sure what that means. Just mark it up 35 to 50% if that's what you're asking. We got like 3 minutes left on here. I'm going to stay after and answer all these questions. This is bonus. It's a bonus extra help session, but we need to get up to at least 70 likes. I'm aiming for 75 likes. So if you can smash that like button, then I would be very much appreciative. If not, I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be upset. No, I'm not really going to be. Your shipping rate. Oh, your shipping rate is what you meant, not your shopping rate. Just add your shipping rate that your supplier would make you pay into your price of your item and say zero shipping. And whoever gives the downvote, dude, like, come on, seriously, there's 2 now. You guys are sore losers. How can I know my account has the shipping feature or not? Try to list an item. This is the extension. Give it a try. I'm not sure. You didn't. I don't even know where the extension is. I am from Moldova. The problem is that the marketplace icon is not displayed even on old accounts. So I guess it's not allowed for it. But I really want to sell on Facebook Marketplace, but I don't know what to do with it. Again, I'm not sure, dude. Moldova. It sounds like they're really limiting you guys on your marketplace access. I'd move to a new country. Moldova just doesn't seem like it's for you. Right here. Been selling on Facebook Marketplace for 3 weeks and now still don't have the quantity option advised. Have you checked on your cell phone? It's only on your cell phone from what I've seen from the majority of people out there. Oh, we got 79 likes. Wow. And all the people that downvoted up. Wow. That was awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Do you need to use your personal page to then create a Facebook Marketplace shop the same way you would? Yeah, the shop is through a business page. Yes. So you create the business page and then you create the shop through that. But that's not how we're doing Facebook Marketplace right now. Facebook Marketplace is strictly just through your personal profile. Just got deactivated on Amazon, so it looks like I'm full on eBay and Facebook Marketplace now. Sigh. Why'd you get deactivated, Jay? What were you doing wrong? I want to know. What was it? Was it Amazon's fault or no? Hey Tom, sorry, late to the group. I was selling wicked good, then account was under review, but then got the account back. Then oops, they said I sold over $500 in 1 year, and they need me to send tax info. Yes, that's exactly what happens. You need to send your tax info after you sell $600 in 1 year. Is it allowed to list non-medical face masks? I have no idea, dude. I'm not going to get into the minutia of selling face masks, and that's all I have to say. Do you use any automated software on Facebook Marketplace like Ecom Dash or Secure? No automated software. Chrome extension for drop shipping. Spot and paste. We can't use PayPal in Sri Lanka. Any solution? I have no clue. I'm going to Jay Walter. I'm going to block you if you keep saying these stupid comments while I'm trying to read the rest of them. Should we add tracking numbers to PayPal? I want to send AMZ. I want to use AMZ. That's why I wonder. I don't upload any tracking numbers onto PayPal. I don't use PayPal anymore. I'm on eBay managed payments. I've made the big upgrade. No, if you upload your tracking number inside of eBay, it goes into PayPal. You don't need to worry about that. Can we have multiple Facebook accounts? No, not technically. I would just use a family member or something like that. Do you ever pay extra to boost your listing? No, I've already answered that one, but you may have showed up late. No, I do not. Oh God, we still have a lot. I must have went slow. I was meandering too much. Amazon. So item shows delivered this I'm getting a message is shipped to the wrong Addy. He lives now in a different state and said it's going back to sender, wants me to ship to correct address. Is that a scam? I wouldn't send it to the correct address after that. He's I don't know, it's just a pain. Can you use Stripe to collect payments, or which payment method is best? If I can't accept payments through Facebook, just use PayPal. How do you post your listings throughout the US? It only lets me pick once a day at a time. If you have the shipping option, they go throughout the US. Any idea when they request tax info? I thought it was after $600 in sales, but apparently I haven't been asked yet. It is after $600 in sales. We can't use PayPal in Sri Lanka. No, I have no idea. Calling out, selling. Oh, Noah, how's it going, dude? I tried to send you a message on Instagram the other day. Did you block my account? I couldn't even find you. But I understand the Instagram account does spam posts quite frequently, but that's just how Instagram is. Who's liable of chargebacks, cancellations, fraud? It's the same thing as any other platform. You have to fight it. And if you win, you're good to go. I just put you in timeout, Jay Walter. I don't even know what the hell that means, but you're in timeout, dude. Hey, Tom, last question. Since I'm in Trinidad and Tobago, but I want to drop ship in the US, can't get the shipping option. What would you suggest sticking to Facebook using Messenger or eBay dropshipping? It's either or. I mean, it's going to work, and it's up to you. And my stream keeps lagging. It's really up to you. I mean, it's what you want to do. You can do either. Been dropshipping from Amazon, fast shipping, listing 15 items a day, selling Christmas items in the baby category, and using a VA with a VPN to list now. There you go. So John Cox is taking action, and he's doing it right. How do you allow free returns? On my listing, it says no returns allowed. There's no ability to do that. I bought the course last time it went on sale. It's totally worth it. I've been kind of lazy on listing, but I do a couple a day, and I have 2 to 3 sales a day. I already paid for the course. There you go. Being lazy on listing and still getting 2 to 3 sales a day. I mean, that's pretty much, that's all you need to hear right here. Got a happy birthday. Thank you very much. Says you can't sell on Marketplace. I don't know what that is. 100% of my sales have been from, right here. 100% of my sales have been people who have never messaged me. 0% who ask me questions actually buy. Do you have a similar experience? Will it hurt my account if I stop replying to messages? It will only hurt your account if you stop replying to messages of people that have bought items from you saying, oh, I want to return or there's an issue with it. You need to respond within 2 days that time. But if not, then, I mean, you're going to miss messages, and most people are just going to be tire kickers, as we call them in the industry anyways. So you're usually good to go. Same with me. All sales that I've done, I've never spoken to them. Very true. Should I test new products or wait because Facebook CPMs are crazy high? CPMs? Should I test new products now? I don't do Facebook ads. You don't use advertising for this. It's very true. I've been dropshipping on Facebook for 3 months. I made 30K. Holy shit. I didn't mean to swear. Sorry, YouTube algorithm. But that's awesome. Can we buy from Amazon and sell them on Facebook Marketplace? Yes, but it's going to cause an issue. We've been asked the same questions like 30 times now. You could still do this outside the US by using Venmo, PayPal, or Cash Apps. It's just a bit more work. Very true. Hey, Tom Hope. Hey, man. Oh, how's it going, Ron? Thanks for showing up, dude. Hope all is well. Still killing it over here. Hope Massachusetts. I'm leaving Massachusetts. This place is not for me. I'm going to go down where it's warm 24/7, somewhere in a foreign land where my dollar goes longer and I have to care less about things. Should I shut my eBay store that's not doing well down and focus on Facebook Marketplace business? Also, do you snipe on Facebook Marketplace? We teach a way of sniping, and again, I can't tell you what to do with your eBay business. It's all up to you. Facebook Marketplace is pretty easy to get started, so I don't see why you wouldn't just do both. Which one would you think is more easier, using your phone or you have to use both with Facebook Marketplace, but don't be a solely phone guy. There we go. Ron says he's an Ecom Tom success student. Amazon FBA store is making 6 figures in revenue at the end of year 1. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you for the help and just for showing up to the lives and everything like that. I mean, it's awesome. 9:30 curfew in mass now in most places. Cambridge, Massachusetts said that you have to wear a mask at all points in times, even on like the sidewalk and stuff. That's why I'm leaving. I don't understand such a thing. Free shipping is key. Statistics to show that eBay brings listings with free shipping and other goodies at the top of search results. It's very true. I have the quantity on my PC Facebook update. That's awesome. How do you upload eBay managed payments into QuickBook? I have no clue. I don't do that personally. So I wanted to start off dropshipping back in the beginning of 2018. Is it still worth it? No. Wow, what are you doing? You're 3 years behind, man. Wellesley, you're getting put in timeout too. Yeah, I mean, there's always things that change. There's always things that update, and it's just really about taking action. If you didn't take action in 2018, what's changed now? I mean, you need to actually take the action. And if not, then you're gonna message me in 2020, 2023 and say the same thing, or 2022 and say the same thing. Do I need to create a store on Facebook to start dropshipping? No. Is a turnkey worth it? I don't even know what that really means. Problem, I've been on eBay 2 weeks, cannot make an eBay sale. I've got good looking listings and better prices. Not sure what's wrong. Your items probably suck. I'm sorry. Hello, in Facebook Marketplace, I don't have the option to add payment method, PayPal and bank account. I'm not sure. Are you in the United States? If not, I mean, they ask you right away if you have the shipping option to add your PayPal. He told me I logged on so I could be like, you're at 84, so you're good to go. Appreciate it. Thank you. Are you really drop shipping of AliExpress? I know much. I've never drop shipped from China. Everything I've ever taught is to not drop ship from China. Heather says that love me. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Is a turnkey wholesale clothing site worth it? That sounds like a terrible ordeal, honestly. Do you really trust someone to make a turnkey wholesale clothing site on what, Shopify for you? Don't buy anything in the e-commerce world that's turnkey. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't sound good. Dude, we got a lot of people just bullshitting on this live. I'm in Cambridge. Where are you? You're in Cambridge? You got a mask on the sidewalk and everything? I'm in East Boston right now. I live in East Boston currently. Much better place, but I'm leaving this area. What do you think about high ticket dropshipping? Are you talking about just like large items? I think selling large items is better than selling small items. No lie. And that's what I like to do. How do you keep track of your inventory prices on Facebook Marketplace, etc.? We use SKU Grid in one specific way that we teach strictly inside of the course. Thank you, Tom, for all the great work. Appreciate it. Go to Puerto Rico, 4% total tax. So that's not 100% true. You do need to get accepted for the actual, for the schedule 20 and 21. And it's definitely not cheap to do so. It's definitely only advantageous if you're making a ton of money, I believe. I haven't done the numbers 100% yet. Nice and warm when your dog goes longer. Philippines it is then. Oh, Billy Jake's in here. What's up? Billy James is RBA. Just joined, Tom. I think I have COVID. That's fine. Hopefully you're good to go. I believe that you're 99.9% survival rate will be fine. At over 100 listings, only 4 sales. Any ideas? I'm not sure what you're selling on, Carlos. Can you be more specific? I'm going to teach a Mexican girl how to dropship on Facebook Marketplace in Mexico. Oh God. What's your thoughts on Frugo, OnBuy? I've never even heard of those two. I'm sorry. I have no clue. I'm just starting with Wholesale Amazon. I tried dropshipping from Amazon to eBay before. I knew better using DSM tool. DSM tool is a scheme. Don't use it. It's just not a good program. It's not a scheme. Scheme is just not a good. They teach an outdated method. I did notice that there's a lot of bugs on Facebook with relisting and deleting the items. Yes, there is. All right, we're like 10 minutes over. I finished all the comments, and I appreciate everybody that showed up. That was a lot. If you guys, one last time, I'd like to smash the like button. If we could get up to 100, I would love it. If not, that's fine. I'm worn out. It's this program that I've been doing this thing through is glitchy as all hell, and it's pissing me off. That's more agitating me than anything else. That StreamYard sucks. I paid $25 for this thing. But I appreciate everybody that's here. Any last questions, please ask them in the comments down below. I'm sweating, and I've talked for an hour and 10 minutes straight. If you are interested, again, we do have the Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course for $250 off down below. I appreciate anybody that showed up. And hopefully you have a great Friday night. Smash the like button. I'm sweating. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.